Good day to you. Good day to you. Good day to you. I am doing the week ahead, November 10th through to the 16th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody you're dealing with if you know their placements. I will mention that we do have a full moon taking place in the sign of Taurus on the 15th, so you're probably already feeling that energy. For the week ahead, we're going to start with Aries and move our way all the way through to Pisces. Hello, Leanne. Good to see you in the chat again. Again, we're starting with Aries and moving through to Pisces. I will be leaving timestamps in the description box along with pinned in the chat when we're done here. So let's get started. For Aries, week ahead. And to remind you with that full moon in Taurus, it's going to be the ending of something that you got started roughly 6 months ago. Not necessarily ending. It's like the culmination point, right? And also Capricorn, I feel like, and I don't know what date it is. It might not even be this week, but I'm going to mention it anyway because it popped into my mind, is leaving the sign of, let me think. Or no. Pluto is leaving the sign of Capricorn after it's been there since 2008. So major possible rough patches, whatever house you have Capricorn in. Pluto has been dancing in there for many a years. So that's finally closing out. Yay! Yay to that. All right, Aries. There is no clarification because we would be here forever. So, all right, Aries, the overall energy for this week is number 21, strategy. Interesting. You could be seeing 21 a lot or threes. We also have it pertaining to number 21, family room. I mean, that could be a lot of things. Strategizing something pertaining to your home, your family. I know it sounds strange, but some of you could be like redecorating, redesigning something in your home. I mean, it's all about strategy. Interesting. Also, it says journal log. You could be plotting something at home, and it doesn't necessarily have to be pertaining to your home, but you could be like home base, if that makes sense. It could be like your business or some kind of trip or adventure. We have number 20, the call. That is all about your divine purpose and your destined path. So with the 9 of fire, the wounded warrior, it's funny because not funny like haha, but kind of, because it feels like maybe for the past 9 years or longer, you've been dealing with a lot of karmic lessons, possibly. Hey, goddess. And it's almost like you could be using that as like, that could be part of your path, part of your destined work in the world, whatever it is that you've been through. We have the 8 of fire. This is going to come in hot and fast, and it's happening this week. Something is coming in, whether it's some kind of clarity, opportunity, communication. It's definitely like, it almost feels like you're plotting out how you're going to put this together. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 43, man holding a coin. And it's pertaining to number 10, journey. Well, interesting. You could literally be taking a trip. This could be your energy with man holding a coin. And or it could be somebody coming into your energetic field, but it feels as though it could definitely be like a trip, but it feels so much bigger than that. Something more like soul journey, like you're transforming, transmuting some kind of old burdens. Hi, Vicky. And it feels more than just a trip, or something could be happening on this trip. This could be like the big coming in hot and fast. What is coming in on this journey is the Ace of Earth. So we have a man holding a coin and the Ace of Earth. You could be getting, well, I heard funneled. You could have somebody giving money for some kind of venture for you. But the Ace of Earth is all about some kind of grounded, tangible offering. It could be a windfall of cash. It could be a job, a new home. You definitely have some big things coming in. And I feel like it all starts with whatever you're plotting or planning in your home base. All right, Aries, your Moonology card. I felt like the Moonology just because we have the full moon happening in Taurus. Full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, we are going to move on to, I should have wrote times down, Taurus at 6:38. Happy Friday, everybody. It feels like it came so quick. Especially because I haven't gotten all my mid-month readings out. Although it's not mid-month yet, so technically I'm not late. This is all about the week ahead. Sun, moon, rising Venus. Check your placements. One might resonate more than the other, or maybe all together. You see, I heard the plot thickens. Okay. Taurus. Taurus. Well, happy full moon in Taurus. You definitely will be feeling the effects of this, especially if it's one of your prominent placements. Okay, you all saw me shuffle, right? Taurus, the overall energy for this upcoming week is door to personal healing and happiness. Number 34, and number 2, journey. It almost feels very similar to what Aries just got. This is pertaining to number 30, adjudication, some kind of final judgment. It definitely could be a court matter, but it could be so much more than that. And again, I will reiterate that not only do we have a full moon on the 15th in your sign, but Pluto is going to be leaving Capricorn. I want to say it's the 17th, so I don't think it's this week, but I mean, there's some major shifts taking place, major endings, definitely. Well, and you have number 13, transformation. That's all about, to me, that's like the death card, endings and new beginnings, or transmuting energies from one thing to another, leveling up. And this is why, again, I feel like you got a lot of the same cards as Aries. We have number 20, the call. That is all about following your destined path. So you could be, well, I heard transitioning onto your destined path, especially with the door to healing and happiness. Like with Capricorn or Pluto leaving Capricorn, it feels like there's going to be this major weight lifted off of a lot of people. And it's going to, the journey card is almost like the Fool card. So it's like a brand new beginning, moving in a new direction. And it feels as though there's a major shift taking place. With the 8 of fire, again, it feels like this is coming almost seemingly out of nowhere. Fast moving communication, passion, drive, desire. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 16, patience. All about divine timing. And it's pertaining to number 39, community. For some of you, you could be moving, or it will shift the types of people that you're around if you're not physically moving. But it's all about, this is happening in divine timing. So it could have felt as though things would get started, but take a long time to get the rewards or get moving. But I definitely feel like it's on its way. Ooh, my cards are crinkling on the end. We have the messenger of earth. Definitely something coming in for you. I mean, that could be your energy in your underlying, but it feels more like there's something being delivered to you. It could be pertaining to a water sign, specifically Pisces, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with the king of water. The messenger of earth is something that's coming in for you, some kind of opportunity, but it takes time. It's the slowest moving, well, it's a knight, but the slowest moving knight in the deck. So it's coming. It's been coming. You've had to be incredibly patient, which it's like, hurry up and wait. However, as a Taurus, I feel like you're used to that. Or it could have been you that was holding yourself back until you felt like you were truly ready. Beautiful, beautiful for you, Taurus. A time for healing, balsamic moon. I feel like maybe it's a time to be healed from what you've been going through for quite some time. Let's move on to Gemini at 11:59. Excuse me. Gemini. Again, I am doing Aries all the way to Pisces. I have already done Aries and Taurus. We are on Gemini. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. All right, Gemini. From the 10th to the 16th, right? Yes, 10th to the 16th. Oh, good grief. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of energy. But I feel like it all, I can hear my kitten outside the door. I feel like it all mushes together. One more. All right, Gemini. The overall energy for the week ahead. There's three energies. This all could be for you, which I feel like it probably is, or it could be other people in your energetic field. We have number 32, door to spirit. Number 53, magician and the mirror. And number 2, journey. It's interesting because I feel like these definitely all go together. I feel like you're possibly opening the door to, if it's not spiritual practice, it could be more receiving. Maybe your gifts are opening up more. With the magician and the mirror, this is all about, it feels like major manifestation, but it almost feels as if it's purposeful manifestation. And the magician and the mirror is as within, so without. So it's almost like you're aware of the fact that you are creating that which is outside of you is almost a mirror as to what is within you, what you're creating. And the journey to me feels like you're starting a new cycle. You're shifting into more of a magical, creative energy. And it's pertaining to number 29, imprisonment. I feel as though I don't necessarily feel like this pertains to somebody in jail. Anything is possible, but that's not the feeling I'm getting. I'm feeling like there's a possibility that at some point for a very long time, you could have felt like you had been in some kind of stuck cycle. Like I'm just feeling weight on me. And actually, I'm seeing covers being put over somebody's head, like repeatedly. So weighed down by, I don't know, I would honestly say it's probably your thoughts. It feels like a self-imposed prison, but I feel like there's a breaking free from that. Interesting with the 5 of air. I definitely feel like you've had some negative thoughts, conflicts with people around you, as within, so without, but it feels like there's definitely, air is communication or conversation. The 5 is going to be the conflict, like it's arguments or fights, but it could be you in your own head, right? With the 6 of air, interesting. That is a rite of passage. It is literally moving into calmer waters, not only mentally, but emotionally, which again is the door to spirit, the magician in the mirror, and then literally moving into a new cycle, like leaving this in the past. With the 7 of air, I feel like that is strategy in whatever you're moving into. Like you've broken free from whatever that self-imposed prison is. It almost feels like looking good, feeling good, smelling good, like a weight being lifted off of you. I keep seeing a weighted blanket. I don't know if you know what that is. Like for, well, I guess it's not necessarily autistic kids. It can be for all sorts of people. It's a weighted blanket. It's meant to calm, but it almost felt like it was drowning energy. Anyways, there's strategy, like you're moving forward, onward and upward. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 17, action. And what are we taking action on? Number 37, poverty. Well, I feel like this has been, again, a time of stuck, stagnant energy, possibly for years, that you're finally moving through, moving past. And it's something that you could have been holding on to for some time with the 4 of earth. Like, well, I heard a comfort zone, although not comfortable. It's like a repetitive pattern. Something with the 9 of fire that was literally, the 9 of fire is all about the wounded warrior. It's karma and like continuously piling things on top of you and like holding on to all the burdens and the mishaps and I mean, things all the way back from childhood, possibly that were, you know, learned experiences. I feel like that's what you're moving through. You're taking action, and it's not to go around it or go under it or ignore it. It's to move through it. So, nice, Gemini. You have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Hell to the yeah. That's what I feel. Personal issue. Let's move on to Cancer at 1917. I didn't realize that most of these were going to feel so spiritual. However, I will say it makes a lot of sense when we have a major shift in a planet, Pluto, out of Capricorn. It's been like a really long, I mean, since 2008, that's a long time. Then it's going to move into Aquarius for 20 years, just saying. Have fun with that. It's more about learning to pivot and grow. It has a lot to do with, in my opinion, karma. So Oh, good, Vicky. I mean, I hope so, because it was a pretty good reading. I prefer the spiritual readings, but again, I just give you what I'm given. So, spiritually uplifting. All right, we are on Cancer. Oh, my nose itches. All right, Cancer. The week ahead, 10th through to the 16th. What does Cancer need to know? I almost feel like shortness of breath. What does Cancer need to know? Of course, I say like, oh, I love these spiritual uplifting ones. And then the energies coming out for Cancer are not necessarily like splendid. Although I will say, regardless, that everything happens, good grief, for a reason. Okay, let's see if I can fish these cards out. Okay, Cancer. The overall energy for your reading is number 9, broken heart. And it's pertaining to number 35, pathway. Well, it's interesting because as crummy as a broken heart feels, pathway to transformation makes me feel as though this was something that you were meant to move through. I mean, we all move through it, right? Like, I just heard no pain, no gain. Who is that? Sweating to the oldies. What is his name? I just saw him in my mind with like leg warmers and Richard Simmons. Oh, maybe that rings a bell for you. I don't know. I don't even know if he's the one that said no pain, no gain, but that's the image I just got. So must be for you. Yeah, I feel like the broken heart. Also, I feel like it's healing, whatever the situation is or has been over some time. However, we do have you showing up very strong in your power, the Queen of Water. That is Cancer energy. Hey, with the 5 of Earth. So the 5 of Earth is, hi, Elizabeth, is all about being left out in the cold, abandonment. It can be thoughts turning into things. It is lack. It is, well, I heard desperation. That could be what you're healing. That could be what this path has been about, is to, so I know it sounds really crappy, but in order for us to heal, all of the stuff that we need to heal shows up in our 3D, right? And so it's like crappy, but it's in order to show us what's going on internally so that we can look it in the face and be like, okay, I'm going to move through this. Like, I'm done. I feel like that's what you're doing with the Queen of Air. Although for some of you, I will say this Queen of Air, this Libra energy, Libra specifically, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Can you look something about me? I just stopped because a comment popped up and I was trying to read it. If you want to ask a super chat question, you can. If not, you can always just wait until your sign comes up. Yeah, so Cancer. By the way, now that I've interrupted the reading, Aries through Gemini have already been done. I am on Cancer. We're heading our way to Pisces. Happy Friday, everybody. For some of you, it could be that the person that left you out in the cold was this Queen of Air. It could have been possibly a single mother energy for you. Maybe you had a single mother, things were tough, you grew in a rough situation. For others of you, I feel like you're embodying that energy with more clarity, more insight. The Queen of Air is somebody who's very diplomatic. So they're willing to hear what you have to say, but they have zero problem cutting people, places, and situations out of their life that are no longer part of their well, I keep hearing game plan, master plan, like their growth, their expansion. But I feel like a lot of the heartbreaking situations you went through, a lot of the not just financial lack, but emotional turmoil that you've been through is coming to a close. There's some kind of clarity, or it's like you're finally possibly moving through this energy. Hopefully. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 10, storm warning. Pertaining to number 33, concern. You know, I will say that, like I said, the 5 of Earth is a reflection of thoughts turning into things. And so if you're in the energy of broken heart and you're attempting to take a new path, but you're staying in that energy and not learning the lessons and not embodying that Libra energy of enough is enough, having clarity and awareness and understanding, you're going to continue to manifest the same situations. Which is why storm warning and concern feels like there's some kind of underlying energy that hasn't necessarily been worked through. We have the messenger of water. This is, I feel like you're receiving guidance. I feel like there is, I feel like there's heartfelt communication. And I don't know if it's you that's going through the 5. So the good thing about 5s is it's a symbol of change. So 555 means things are changing, things are shifting. But it's like going, like you're in, well, I heard the eye of the storm. And so there's still possibly some ways to go. The 5 of water is somebody who is literally focused on this, on all the heartache and all the heartbreak. They're still in that woe is me energy. They haven't yet realized that they're creating their reality. They haven't yet realized that there's still opportunities to love, to grow, to expand. And frankly, Cancer, I'm wondering if it is that you're sat in the energy of fear when you need to be. It's okay to feel our feelings. It's totally acceptable, but to wallow in them. And then, like when you get the 10 of Wands, it means somebody's been packing that crap around for years, like identifying with that broken heart and telling everybody about it. And it's interesting, to say the least, that I'm hoping that you are in the transition period of moving out of that. If not, it will happen in time. And again, it could be somebody else's energy that you're dealing with. So, goodness, Cancer, you have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. So hopefully you are the person that is working through all of this and entering into the new transformative pathway. Irana, is that it? Or Irana? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking me to look at. So I do offer super chats, which means that if you want to ask a specific question, it's a $5 minimum, and I'll answer it at the very end after I've gone through all the signs. If you want a personal reading, there's information on how to reach me for a personal reading in the description box. And or I'm going through all of the signs currently, so maybe your question or what it is that you're concerned about will be coming up. Oh, I see. I didn't see the I'm a Libra part. My bad. Libra's coming. Thank you, Leanne. See, I don't see all the chats. Apologies. It's coming. We're moving into Leo at the moment at 30:09. So after Leo, we have Virgo, then Libra. So Libra is coming up. But also feel free, if you know your other placements, to check out your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Venus is your love language, so that could be helpful. Sun is like career and spirit. Moon is your energy, emotions. Not energy. Well, maybe it is energy because I said it, but it's emotional. And your rising sign is like your overall you. That's why it's always good to check each of your placements. And if you don't know what yours is, I personally recommend cafeastrology.com. You just have to enter in, you have to know your exact time of birth and where it was, where it was located, where it happened at, like not the conception, but you know, the date of birth. Time of birth, exact time, and it'll tell you all that you need to know. All right, I'm in a silly mood. Let's get on with Leo. Leo. This is for the week ahead. The 10th through to the 16th. One more, please. You might have been working really hard lately, Leo. We have number 11, cornucopia, pertaining to number 29, imprisonment. So I honestly feel, well, I feel like you're working really hard, and it's possibly to stay in that energy of cornucopia, feeling like you are blessed and abundant and have a lot of, you know, this is like an abundance, an outpouring. It's great energy, but it's pertaining to a situation where you feel stuck or trapped. And it's interesting because I don't see any pentacles, but I'm feeling work. So if it's not pertaining to work, maybe it's that whatever this is for you, you're putting in a lot of work. Like you feel bound and tied to it. Your energy is amazing. I will say that. The cornucopia, the energy of cornucopia is like, you know, the Midas touch, everything turning to gold, beautiful energy. But it's pertaining to imprisonment. So we have the Queen of Air, specifically Libra energy, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Leo, the Queen of Air is a few things. Because she has the owl, which to me is all about the wise old owl, like wisdom, right? Clarity, higher understanding. But it's also somebody who's very diplomatic and balanced. They have no problem hearing other people out, but they also have no problem cutting out people, places, and situations that just don't jive with them, right? And so I'm not sure if this is somebody that you're dealing with. It almost feels as though this is somebody that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to necessarily be an air sign. This person could also be a single parent. Sometimes it's depicted as like a single parent. We have the 7 of water. So the 7 of water is somebody who needs to make a choice. And they have a lot of opportunities and options, and it's water. So it could be that they have a lot of emotional opportunities. People that fancy them, people they fancy, maybe if it's pertaining to people, or just lots of daydreams and desires and something that they're emotionally tied to. But they need to make a choice. And this person is 2 of air, unwilling or unable to make a choice. I almost feel like that's why you're feeling stuck or imprisoned. Like you're in this great energy. This could be somebody who just makes you feel like the king or queen of the world. And it's like you're feeling imprisoned by putting all this time, energy, and effort into something, but it's just feeling blocked or stuck or like you just can't give anymore. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 9, broken heart, pertaining to number 7, message. The question is, are you the one sending the message, or are they sending a message to you? Because we have the messenger of air. The messenger of air is communication, honesty, clarity. It doesn't necessarily have to come from another person. It could be that you are literally getting this intuitive, like, clarity that this is not going to happen. But I feel like this person isn't able to make a choice, or not wanting to, or not willing to make a choice. And so I feel like the only option you have is to move on. Now, the roles could be reversed, so take it how it resonates. But it definitely feels like this person has a lot of options. And they're just not willing to make a choice. Like, I want both. I want all 7. I want what I want. And it just doesn't feel emotionally something that you really want to be a part of. So we have, oh gosh, nothing will come of this situation. Void of course, moon. Ouchie. All right, we're moving on to Virgo at 3726. All fun and games till somebody gets poked in the eye. Sorry, it's not funny. I'm not laughing, I'm smiling because I'm happy. Moving on to Virgo. Okay, we've done Aries all the way down to Leo. We're on Virgo, and we have Libra next all the way to Pisces. This is for the week of November 10th through to the 16th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way, so always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, please do feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross-watch. Spy on the people you're dealing with and see what could possibly be going on in their life. Why not? Okay. Virgo. Oops. Paint is chipping off my desk. Virgo. This is for Virgo. Virgo. All righty. Virgo. You have number 48, Angel of Balance, with number 12, the Templed Path. This is pertaining to number 3, marriage. And it's interesting because I'm going to have to read this 2 different ways. the cards originally would have been, I guess, in the reverse, like that. I guess like that. But when I picked them up this way. And I don't know if I'm meant to read them one way or the other, so I'm going to read them both ways, to be fair. Although I am going to say in the upright, they seem a lot more pleasing. So with the Angel of Balance and the Templed Path pertaining to marriage, I feel like things are going swimmingly well. I feel like you are walking your path and you are married to somebody or getting married to somebody who is your divine counterpart. In the reverse, only these two cards, I feel like there could be a karmic marriage or situation where your marriage is out of balance and you are no longer walking your spiritual path, or you hadn't been, and maybe you're becoming aware of that. I'm going to put those back over there. So with the Queen of Water, this is specifically Cancer energy. You could be dealing with the Cancer, have that in your chart. It's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel that, no, not yet. No Sag yet. We're getting there. I feel like this is more, if this isn't a specific person, the energy of this card is somebody who's highly intuitive, very emotional, psychic. And when you look at the card, it almost feels like they're getting like some kind of channeled message, right? From the crown. Like she literally has a crown coming out of her forehead. Not a crown, a shell, a cone, a pokey thing, a shell. It's a fish, right? So I feel like there's some kind of clarity or intuition that you're receiving. With the Eight of Fire, I feel like it's coming out of nowhere, like hot and heavy, coming in quick. And the Ten of Fire is releasing the burdens. So frankly, it feels like this is more accurate in the reverse. But again, I'm reading it both ways. I feel like you definitely are aware whether this is ending an unbalanced marriage or connection, contract with another person that isn't on your path. And I feel like you could be completely clear and aware of that. Or this person is a water sign and they're clear and aware of it. And there's going to be a major shift and change coming in quick. Even if this is somebody that you are in balance with and it's the Temple Path, I feel as though you have some kind of clarity and it's coming in very quickly. Either way, win, lose, or draw, whether this is yay, happy forever, or oh my gosh, who is this person I'm with that are not the right person, you're dropping the burdens. You're leaving that in the past, right? This is a major shift and change that's meant to take place, whether in the positive upright sense or the, I won't even say not positive, because either way, it's a win-win. Like it may not feel super great, but it is a win-win. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 45, man holding a heart. Pertaining to number 25, high honor. I feel like this is somebody who is definitely on your path. So if it is this person, woohoo. If it's not this person, they're coming in. They're in your energetic field. And I feel like there's been a lot of chaotic energy taking place. But with the Page of Air, you're getting almost not just clarity, but there could be like telepathy, which I think I said when I saw this card. Some kind of clarity coming through, whether you're aware of it or not, like just random thoughts or thinking of, I mean, telepathy is more or less when, I mean, it's far more than this, but this is something most people can relate to, is when you're thinking of somebody randomly and they call you. Like you're picking up on the fact that they were picking up the phone to call you, and or they were picking up on you because you were thinking of them and picked up the phone and called you. You can go either way. It doesn't matter. But I definitely feel like This is definitely feeling like there has been some kind of chaotic energy with the 5, a fire. You could have felt a little bit rattled and all over the place, especially with whatever this fast moving energy coming in is. And the fact that you're dropping all these burdens, it's almost, it's like the calm before the storm kind of energy. But I don't necessarily feel like there's a major storm. It just kind of feels like in order for this all to be released, there's going to be some kind of shift taking place. And so you're receiving, I feel like, clarity and awareness. Hopefully I read that correctly for both ways. I definitely feel like it's more in the reverse, but I have no problem reading it either way. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Well, we have a full moon in Taurus taking place on the 15th. So maybe that is going to be your prosperity lying ahead. All right. We are on Libra at 4610. 4610. Let me shuffle lay cards. Libra is our midpoint, halfway through. This is for the week ahead. I do give my feeling on the card along with any subtle messages that come my way. Always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I keep eyeballing my juice because I get really parched. It's a lot of talking. It's almost like straight talking for over an hour. Almost, I will say. I do pause every now and again. Thank you, Leanne, for helping me out in the chat. I appreciate you. I know my sister is a moderator, but she hasn't been in my chat in like 2 weeks. Oh. Okay, I gotta take a sip. Sorry. All right, Libra. I know this might sound gross, but I like it when juice and stuff gets watered down from ice. I like watered down. Libra. Come on, Libra. Talk to us. Whoa. Got all sorts of things popping out here. Did one come out? Yes. One more, please. Thank you. Or 2 more. Ask and ye shall receive. Okay. So interesting when we have a lot of the same cards. And you all see me shuffle. It's not like I'm not shuffling. Okay. Libra. You have 2 energies and 2 cards it's pertaining to. So it could be you and another person. It could be all of your energy. Take it how it resonates. First, we have attachment, and it's pertaining to number 5 attachment, pertaining to number 18, a child. You could be attached to a child or have a child attached to you. And by this energy, it doesn't feel icky. It just feels like, you know, when a kid, people use the term attached to their hip, or like your kid's stuck to, I don't know, I have a 14-year-old, he's an only child. He was attached to me for, well, till he hit his teens, and then it was kind of like, I don't need you anymore. But it gives me kind of that energy. However, I will also say that it feels, if it's not a physical child, there's some kind of attachment pertaining to an inner child wound. And that to me feels, I just got a strange scent. Interesting. It feels like, so when you're a child, coping mechanisms, we have a tendency to take on personas or like, I'm trying to think, I'm visualizing children and like more than one child, and like one is the funny one because they try to lighten the mood when things are rough in the house, so they're always the funny one. Kind of that energy, like it's almost like a persona that they take on pertaining to drama or trauma. I feel like it could most likely be that. However, I don't accidentally get other visions, so the other one could pertain to somebody as well. And then we have number 22, yin and yang, but it's in the upright, so it's yin, and number 16, thoughts. This is going inward. It is like a spiritual winter when you're going, it reminds me of, oh, I dropped the one card. It reminds me of like the Hermit card, where somebody goes within and really does a lot of soul searching and figuring out like some spiritual work, really. And that goes very well with number 16, thoughts. Like they're going within to try to really get to know who they are, their true inner self. We have the messenger of air. That's some kind of communication coming in. The thing I love about the Good Tarot is it does feel very spiritual to me. Because although you could be receiving some kind of communication, I feel like you're receiving clarity. This feels very downloady, spiritual, and it's pertaining to a 6 of water. Well, that's nostalgia from the past. That's something pertaining to your past life. It could be somebody coming back from the past, but it feels childhood almost like. And we have a page of water. Well, pages bring news. It's some kind of flirtation or possible emotional offer. Definitely could be from somebody from your past, although it also feels like it could be that there's something that's coming up from the past pertaining to your persona, your some kind of emotional tie to love, the way you love. With the messenger of fire, you have a lot of energy here. I mean, you've got the messenger of air, and that to me, like that's the fastest moving knight in the deck. It is something coming in, an epiphany. It could definitely be communication with somebody from childhood or your past life, somebody who maybe that's somebody who's been thinking of you. Maybe they have been attached to you since you were a child. I still feel like there could be a child wound there, but with the page of water, they could be coming in asking you to coffee or on a date. Let's go to the movies. With the messenger of fire, this is passion, drive, and desire. And again, could be the same person, or maybe you have a lot of people coming in for you, but this is somebody coming in passion, like somebody who finds you irresistible. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 52, goddess of the moon. And it's pertaining to number 32, despair. Which again is why I feel like there's some kind of childhood wound. The goddess of the moon is mother energy. It could be a wound pertaining to your mother. It feels like there's some hidden emotional something that's taking place that has been, I just feel like it's a persona. I can't make the cards go any other way, and I can't keep trying to get off topic. there's some kind of childhood wound here. It's something that you're getting clarity on. It has something to do with your love language and passion. And I feel like this is pertaining to not another person, although take it how it resonates. I feel like this is how you do love and life. But I feel like there's some, not life necessarily, but your passion, your drive, your desire. There's some confusion. And I feel like you're getting some kind of clarity on it. With the goddess of the moon, I feel like there's hidden fears pertaining to that past. And with the page of air, pages bring news. Again, this feels like some kind of divine message floating down like a feather from the spirit to give you the 9 of fire, which is the wounded warrior. I feel like you're getting some kind of clarity on some kind of childhood wound that has left a really big, well, I heard tread mark on your heart. Not sure where that came from, but, and even in your life, it's caused quite a bit of emotional strain and drain energetically as well. And if you felt like the other part of the story resonated, there's somebody coming back from your past that has possibly an obsession with you, that thinks about you all the time, and is popping back into your life, who possibly left you in the past, but is coming in with passion and romance. Let us get your Moonology card off the floor. Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Okay. Moving on to Scorpio at 5709. That was interesting, yeah? How did I just split the card? Oh, because I'm not doing it. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you have Libra in your chart, Leanne? Do you, huh? Do you? Do you? I'm like, see, I ask you the question, but then I quick look at my chat. Really? I'm a Libra rising too. Interesting. I'll be honest, I don't feel like that reading resonated with me whatsoever. Just saying. Although it feels like, because I'm Pisces and then I have a Taurus moon, normally when I do these readings, I don't really feel like any of them resonate with me, but oh. Are you serious? We're so much alike, except for I'm a Pisces and you're a crappy Capricorn. You're not crappy, but I have a problem every time I say Capricorn to say crappy corn. I don't know why. Apologies. Thankfully, I never say that when I'm doing a reading unless I'm live. Okay, Scorpio. Oh, I have jokes for days, I tell you what. I am just a big ball of sunshine. Scorpio. Talk to me, Scorpio. What do we got? How do you want me to take that? Bam! Like that. I don't know why, but it makes me think of Jimmy Crappy Corn and I don't care. Jimmy Crappy Corn and I don't know. Well, enjoy your car ride. I'll try to behave myself. Okay. Scorpio. Your overall energy for the week ahead, that would be the, I keep covering it up, 10th through to the 16th is number 53, Magician in the Mirror. Oh, and the Mirror. Magician in the Mirror. And it's pertaining to number 2, female. You know, it's interesting because I don't tend to feel this with this card normally ever. But I'm getting in these readings tonight that this is almost like an instantaneous, that what you're giving out is being reflected back to you by the people around you, specifically a main female. So I feel like there could be somebody in your life, mother, friend, whatever, who is almost reflecting back to you some kind of energy of maybe yourself, like a reflection. Does that make sense? Like whatever you're putting out is coming. Give me a good example, because I feel like this just happened. Okay. Here is an example. You mentally play something out in your head. Like, let's say you have a boss, and whatever reason in your head on your way to work, you play this scene where the boss, yells at you for something. And who knows why you played that out? Maybe you're picking up, maybe it's a premonition, or maybe you were just jackass the last time you worked, and you're playing back like how you're going to handle it. Tell me you don't do that. Like, unless I'm just crazy, I do it. Not as much anymore, but so you go to work and the shit literally plays out right in front of you. Like, it happens right in front of you. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like, you're directly, it's like the creation isn't taking time. It's like you're seeing your manifestation happen in real time, kind of energy. Interesting. Okay, we have the 3 of air. This is interesting. 3 of air. It's interesting because in this deck, the 3 of air specifically means rejection is protection. And this card shows somebody being rejected. And you can see the little bird here. She's the one rejected. And then this other bird is with this bird. Now, it can be friends. It can be family. It can be whatever the case is. But there's definitely rejection. So are you the main female that's getting rejected, or is somebody rejecting you? You put yourself where you fit in on this one, Scorpio. We have a Queen of Water. This is specifically Cancer. So if you are dealing with a water sign, specifically Cancer, and or this could be your energy because it is water energy, put yourself how that fits. But I definitely feel like somebody's being rejected. And I feel like it's something playing out in real time. So whether you're getting like this knowing about it before it happens, or you're playing a scene in your head because, and if you're a water sign, you got to be a little bit like me where I can daydream all day long. Like, I've spent my entire life daydreaming, not realizing that most people like think that's bad or wrong. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm an amazing actress in my head. I am like I could play scenes from, I create the best movies. I'm just saying. But either you're rejecting somebody or somebody's rejecting you, but I feel like this is pertaining to something that you're creating, if that makes any sense. Like, you already knew this was going to play out somehow. And it could be like, maybe in your head, you're done with this person. You're like, oh, I can't fucking stand you anymore. Like, I'm done. And you're playing this all in your head. And then right in front of you, this person comes up and they're like, you know what? I just don't want to be with you anymore. And it's like almost a shocker, even though you literally created it. It's a feeling of something playing out right before your very eyes. And I feel like you're getting Pisces energy all about the water. Hanged Man, you're getting a new perspective. You're somehow, becoming aware of this, which, you know, I don't like to harp on the water signs like, oh, you should be this or psychic or know all this. But we do have the ability to feel energy and feel emotions very deeply and really tune in if we so choose to. Just saying. So I feel like you're getting a new perspective on this situation. I feel like this is definitely something that's meant to take place. But with the Three of Air, there's heartbreak. There's somebody who's not getting chosen. And it doesn't have to be love. It could be friendship. Like my BFF found a new BFF and doesn't want to hang out, or they got a boyfriend and now they don't want it. Like, could be anything. Could be anything. But I feel like you're getting a new perspective. I feel like you're becoming aware of your magical powers, if that makes sense. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 39, fifth chakra archangel Gabriel, whatever. And this is pertaining to number... I like when this happens, but it just is almost mind-blowing. Which is funny because 39, 3 plus 9 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. So you could be seeing 3 3s, you could be seeing 39s, 3s and 9s. Again, 39, fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, whatever, and 39, community. So 2 39s. And this is all about clarity and speaking your truth, but it feels like you're getting some kind of clarity pertaining to community, the people that you surround yourself with, and possibly something that with the Four of Water, the Four of Water is being emotionally unsatisfied and not happy with what you've been presented with, possibly for a time, possibly multiple different times. And the universe is coming and bringing you a new option, a new opportunity, a new emotional opportunity or option. And there's a need to make sure that you're paying attention and not focused on what didn't work, which possibly could have been that Three of Air. I feel like there's a major shift and change coming. I feel like you're getting clarity on it. And I feel like it's pertaining to the end of some kind of a relationship. But all of that crap aside, you're becoming aware that you're creating it. Like things are playing out right in front of your eyes. I feel like that was another deep one. Okay. Scorpio, you got your commitment is being tested. Ooh. First quarter moon. Tested like you're done or tested like, oh, we'll stick through this. Who knows? Sagittarius at 6829. I don't judge. To each their own. That could be yours, Vicky. My son's a Libra. He's definitely a Libra. Would you think as me having a Libra rising that I would, like, I get it. He's very balanced. And so am I, to an extent. But I'm also like, woo, Pisces. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I know any Sages. Like, I'm sure I do, but like personally, I tend to attract a lot of everybody, really. Water energy, shockingly. A lot of Scorpios and Cancers. Not a whole lot of Pisces, but a few. Fire signs, specifically Aries and Leos, and then earth signs, like a mother trucker. All earth signs. So oh, I forgot air. Mainly Aquarius, I would say, but I don't know. I have a Gemini sister, so, and a Libra sun. Sag. I forgot where I was. Sagittarius. Okay, I'm getting a song. I think it's White Snake. Here I go again on my own. Ugh. Going down the only road I've ever known. Just kidding, I won't keep singing. One more, please. Yeah, one more. All right, Sagittarius. What do we got for the Saggy? Oh, I guess I didn't need one more. I think that was my son. We have number 37, third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. And it's pertaining to number 13, a wealthy man. It's a man. It's like creativity and desire. You could be the wealthy man, or you could be in an energy attracting a wealthy man, or this is pertaining, this is the wealthy man's energy. It's like life force energy, like creativity, like, I don't know, like I feel alive kind of energy. So I wonder if you're calling this into yourself, or if you're a man, you could be in that energy and wealthy. Like you could be this energy. We have the 8 of Earth. This is somebody who's putting in the work, energy, and effort. What are they putting in the work, energy, and effort to? Number 9, the Hermit. I almost said Kermit, like Kermit the Frog. Virgo energy. I don't know why Kermit came to mind. Maybe because it rhymes with hermit. This is somebody who's gone within to truly do some soul searching, to figure out what their drive and passion is, to go towards their destiny and their desire, their wish fulfillment. I'm curious to know if you've been doing a lot of internal work, or if you're attracting somebody who has, and or if that's how you're attracting somebody, because you've gone in and done this work. We have the 6 of Earth. This is balance, but it's also receiving something from the universe, like, I don't know, a little bundle of cash, maybe a wealthy man popping into your life. It's the energy of receiving a blessing of sorts, or you could consider it a blessing. So it's not something like, I guess it could be something you work for, but it doesn't necessarily feel like your wages. It would be like a bonus or a raise or something like that. Something a little unexpected. We have number 13, transformation. This to me is like the death card. So it is a transmutation of energy, going from one kind of energy into another one. So I was miserable and angry and happy, and I started going inward and really found my spiritual calling and truth. And now I'm happy and joyous and, you know, full of life. I literally transmuted from one energy into another. And so I feel as though this is something that is shifting within you, especially with that life force energy. Like that feels very powerful, in your power. I heard dominating. Interesting. Okay, that makes more sense. The underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 30 or 23 all tied up. And it's pertaining to number 37, poverty. Honestly, I feel like if you're in this energy, you're moving out of this energy. I feel like this is possibly something that has been going on for some time for some of you with the all tight, or it could be somebody you're dealing with in your underlying energy. But this is the energy of a self-imposed prison and somebody who was in, like I said, you're in this one energy for super long, and then you transmute it, you shift, you go within, you figure out your truth, your true calling, and it shifts you. You stop watching TV, you stop watching the news, you stop listening to horrible music that is talking about my dog left me with my cat and the neighbor and everybody hates me and rage and whatever. I feel like you're opening up your heart. With the Page of Water, it could be that this person's coming in because of the shifting work that you've done. And maybe offering, I keep hearing a cup of tea. Would you like a cup of tea? I don't know, would you? I like tea sometimes. But they could be coming in and asking like something friendly, kind. Oh, I like your sweater. Just know with Cancer energy, the Chariot, victory, success, and movement forward. And into what? Brand new cycle. The Fool card, Aries, Aquarius. That's the shift. You're making a shift. You're changing your paradigm. You're shifting out of the old. I did stop all TA. I don't know what that, did I miss it? I don't know what that means. You're shifting out of the old. You're going into the new. It feels like a beautiful love story. Even if it's just with yourself. I mean, fall in love with yourself. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. I feel like you are healing. I feel like you've been doing the work. All right, we're moving on to none other than the Capricorn. 7713. All righty. Capricorn. Jimmy Capricorn and I don't care. Jimmy Capricorn and I don't care. I think I just realized what that song was. Oh, I'm glad that you stopped. It can be toxic. I mean, I don't know. I think it's when it emotionally sucks you in that it's toxic. I think I just figured out what that song was. I'm going to have to look it up. Because the words just came to me. Oh, horrible if I'm sitting here singing that. Like, thanks for the heads up, Spirit. All right, we're on Capricorn, still shuffling as I'm having this freaking epiphany on the possible horrible song that I'm singing. In all fairness, I learned that song in childhood. If it is truly saying what I think it's saying, like, you know, along with the Ring Around the Rosies, which I think that was a bad one too, wasn't it? What is with all these horrible songs? I mean, I don't know. They were easy to remember. Now I'm getting, what is it? Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black with silver buttons all down her back. Oh, and what's with the nursery? I don't know if they're nursery rhymes, but yeah, I'm feeling like those are really crappy riddles because now I'm getting a bunch of them. I'm hearing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Capricorn, are you needing to make a decision? Catch a tiger by its toe. So we said tiger. What in the heck? Okay. I'm wondering if Capricorn needs to make a decision. I'm going to ask that I be released from those songs at this time. Pick different ones, please. If there's a story you need to get to me. Capricorn. Are you... Maybe Capricorn needs to make a choice. Maybe they're feeling stuck or enslaved to something. Like, oh my gosh, Capricorn, speak to me. There we go. How did I just now have that epiphany and realization? Like, I mean, I guess because I haven't really heard any of those since I was a kid. So interesting. Very interesting, to say the least. Capricorn. What's going on? One more, please. One more. I didn't. It's so funny because I got done and I have to do all the timestamps. And so I kept telling myself, I'm going to, and I totally didn't. But now I'm going to write it down on the back of the card that I'm doing. No, I'll do it on the front. Smurfs. I can't believe I didn't do that. I feel like I get a little absent-minded at times. Forgive me. Forgive me. All right, Capricorn. I think it's so funny because poor Leanne is listening in the car and she can't type like, good Lord, get to it. Hurry up. Like, I'm sitting here waiting. Pins and needles. I'm making you hang out with us longer than you probably desired to, Miss Leanne. Okay. Overall energy for Capricorn is number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. And what are we healing from? Number 8, false person. Were you dealing with a false person, or were you the one that might have been wearing the mask? I don't feel like all the nursery rhymes popped into my head for no reason. And so maybe think if any of that resonates with you, or you were feeling enslaved, or you were feeling used or taken advantage of, like there's something going on there. But I feel like the door to personal healing and happiness is changing everything. For whatever that was, I feel like you're moving through it. With the 9 of Earth, we got the wish fulfillment. That is you reaping the rewards of your, I don't feel like it's just work or labor here. I feel like it could be the energy and effort that you've put into getting into your personal healing and happiness. With the messenger of, it's also looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Just thought I'd throw that out there. With the messenger of Earth, this is somebody coming in to make an offer. Now, this is coming in, but it's coming in very slowly. The messenger of Earth is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Now, they're faithful and loyal, whatever it is that they're offering, whether it's themselves, whether it's you offering this to somebody, because Capricorn, it could be you, it is Earth energy. It's something that's taken time because you wanted to be very sure, or whoever this is wanted to be incredibly sure. And with the 7 of Air, this is something that has been thought about. And it's something that there's almost an energy of plotting and planning for this. It's like strategy. So whether this person's coming in for you or you're moving forward with something, there's strategy involved, and it's very slow moving, and it's very loyal and stable and grounded. Excuse me. Interesting. The underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, is number 19, rest and rejuvenation. That's beautiful energy, which I think is what helps with the door to personal healing and happiness. But it's pertaining to number 5, a mature man. So I'm going to go on a limb ski here and say that there's some kind of healing or shift that you've done within yourself. And you're calling this person in. This mature man doesn't, it feels like they'd be older than you, but it doesn't have to be grandpa. I mean, it feels like this could be possibly like a mate, and we'll get into why here in a second. A soulmate, we'll say that. And it doesn't have to be love, although it could be. Soulmates come in different relationships. They can be best friends. They can be mentors. They can be lovers. They can be anything under the sun. But I feel like this has come in from some kind of, excuse me, work you've done. This person could also be of spiritual, well, I heard otherworldly, but they also could be well-versed and more of a spiritual guru-y nature. We have number 6, love. Well, that's the Lover's card. So again, this is a soulmate, and it doesn't have to be romantic. Soulmates, again, come in different shapes and sizes, but it definitely, Gemini energy, by the way. Sorry, I was a little parched. I definitely feel like this person's coming in after you've done some kind of internal shifting and changing, but it's a wish fulfillment. And it could be that this person is offering, maybe that's what they're offering, is something that it feels like it took this a long time to come in, whatever it is that's being offered, and strategy. It could be them that strategized. It could be that maybe they were watching from the sidelines. Take it how it resonates, but they are in your energetic field. We have, you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Yes, you are. You are good enough. That is true. And work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Yeah, work through them. That's a good one. We're moving on to Aquarius at 8728. I keep forgetting. I'm almost afraid to use my last streaming service because of the other day when it made me small on screen. And technically, the only reason I'm using it is because it does my time stamp, so I don't have to do my math. But I was going to start using it to, I'd have to do it for my laptop in order to have all the other little bells and whistles. But it would cut off, you wouldn't be able to see any of the cards. Although I show them to you anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We are on Aquarius. We have done Aries all the way through Capricorn. And after Aquarius, we are doing Pisces. Ooh. Nice. I feel like that's a theme. Like, I feel like the age of when I was younger is all done, where everybody like couldn't wait to leave the house. I feel like that's long gone. I mean, I'm 45, so I don't know when that changed, but I know my sister had kids before me, and all her kids stayed till they were like 18, 19, 20. We were all like gone, you know, 15 and a half, 16, like as soon as we could get out. It's different now. That, and kids these days don't get licenses till they're like 20, if they ever get one at all. Like, that was freedom. I don't know, it's different. All right, Aquarius. I think it's fine. I think if I would have had the choice, I probably would have stayed home. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't have that option. Okay, I'm getting Michael Jackson, and this is like the 100th time I feel like the Magician in the Mirrors popped out, but I'm getting the is that I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Could have been any different. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at the mirror, look in the mirror and make a change. Yeah, I feel like it was normal to like want to, but I don't think my kid will. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm pretty awesome. We all wanted to leave for other reasons. And then my mom passed away early, so there was never a spot to go back to anyway. But, okay. Where are we at? Aquarius. Grrr. Aquarius, the overall energy is number 21, strategy pertaining to number 1, main male. What are you strategizing pertaining to this main male? Or are you the main male strategizing? Whatever your strategy is, it's pertaining to love, relationships. But I find it interesting because we've got number 20, the call. You're being called to raise higher, to go on your spiritual path. Is it for emotion? Like, is that what your relationships to take it to a higher level, higher notch? Because we have the 4 of water. There's energy of not only rejection, but it's more of an energy of failing to recognize opportunities when they present themselves. Possibly even attempting to hold out for something better or nicer. That makes sense. But there's strategy pertaining to somebody. And unless the strategy is being in a specific energy to manifest what it is that you're desiring, or when it comes to business or whatever, when you're attempting to strategize with a person, unless you're the person, it feels almost manipulative. So I'm just throwing that out there. The underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 53, magician, and the mirror. Okay, I feel like there's a romantic situation or relationship that's, you're being called to do things higher, in a higher energy, a higher spiritual sense, because you keep getting either rejected or you're unsatisfied with what you're calling, in whatever your strategy is, isn't working. The magician in the mirror, I'm coming back to the Michael Jackson song. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change, because the magician in the mirror is pertaining to number 32, despair. So are you trying to manifest from an energy of desperation, despair, lack, or is it that whatever you're creating, it continues to be this because this is the energy that you're sat in? I'm not sure. But the Michael Jackson song, and flip the roles if you need to, if this is not yours, watch your other placements, no big deal. But I feel like something's being illuminated with the sun energy. And I feel like either you're coming to that realization or you're going to be. I think it's being illuminated. There's some clarity coming in, which is going to change your trajectory. It's going to allow, the sun, Leo energy, is the happiest card in the deck. It's creativity, it's joy, happiness, abundance. I just feel like you're going to become aware of it, or you've become aware of it, and that's how things are going to shift and change. And I feel like you're going to get your 10 of Cups and 10 of Earth. Unconditional love, stability, security, the sun, everything you've wanted. I just feel like there's a need to, Michael Jackson, like, listen to the song. Maybe listen to it on repeat. Maybe it'll trigger something for you. So Aquarius, your Moonology card Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. I feel like that's saying that even if you've been manifesting a specific way or you've only known how to do things a specific way, it doesn't have to always be that way. You can change it. Let's move on to Pisces, 9506. Pisces, lastly but not leastly. That's so funny. I'm 45 and my son is 14. I started late. Started and ended late. Yes. I turned 45 in March 3rd, 3/3. Which I feel like is super young. Just saying. Like when I was in my 20s, I thought 40 was old. Now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, no, like 80, 90 maybe is old. Like I'm just getting started. Now that I've learned so much and grown so much, like that was just all the trial and error to figure out like, oh, do I want this kind of life? Do I want this kind of, like it was, you know, fun times. Don't get me wrong. But now I get to take all those experiences and be all grown up. I really am. But I think it's important to stay childlike to an extent. All right. Pisces. I don't know how I could have forgotten. Let it be a good one. Let it resonate. I feel like they all should be good ones, but let it resonate with me. Retro. Retro Shaggy. What's going on? For late Pisces. Good grief. Can we keep some cards on the table? All right. Oh, if I can get it. Pisces. The overall energy for this upcoming week is number 27, walking away from number 19, coffin. Something that has come to an end. You're walking away from something that is over. Now I'm getting the song. Who could it be now? Who could it be knocking at my door? Don't come around here. Or something, don't come around here no more. We have the 7 of water. It feels like maybe what you're putting an end to is some kind of it could be a creative project. It could be a wishful thinking, having too many options or opportunities, something that maybe you dreamed of at some point. You're just done. You don't want to do it anymore. We have the 2 of fire. I like the 2 of fire. That's all about turning your back on an old way of doing, being, or having, and moving forward with passion, drive, and desire. It's like the minor arcana of the world card. So it's a new cycle. You're expanding. You're expanding your view towards the future. With the 9 of fire, that is Chiron. That is some kind of baggage you've been carrying around for quite some time. It is the wounded warrior, wounded healer energy. It's somebody who, what I like about the 9s is that you're one step closer to the 10. And once you hit the 10, all that crap just goes away. You're done. You've healed it. You're you're letting it all go. It could be what you're walking away from as well, as these burdens. It almost feels, honestly, like you're moving towards it. So hear me out here. It feels like you could be passionately moving towards whatever it is that you have become aware have been blocks or hindrances in order to heal it, in order to move past it. I mean, you're moving. It almost feels like you're creating your 10 of, you're taking your 2, adding 1 to this, which makes your 10, and you're taking the ace and moving forward into a new cycle. I feel like you're pushing through something. Unless you're carrying something with you. I don't know. We're going to have to get in the underlying energy here in a minute. We have the Page of Water. Pages bring news. This could be some kind of psychic intuition. It could be a romantic gesture. We're not clarifying. So, I mean, take what resonates. Pisces are highly intuitive, psychic. It could be that you're receiving some kind of new development in your abilities. It could be a romantic offering. Let's go on a date, flirtation, whatever. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 5, attachment. What are we attached to? Number 12, privileged lady. Is somebody attached to you, or are you attached to somebody? Are you the privileged lady? Or are you attached to a desire to be a privileged lady? I feel like attachment isn't good. I don't feel like it's good. Unless we're talking about being in the energy of sticking to the eye on the prize in order to create or manifest. So I don't know. I mean, you're going to know your own story. Are you attached to somebody? Is somebody attached to you? Are you unhealthily attached to a desire? Because it feels like you're walking away from some kind of illusion or delusion, something that's coming to an end, or you're putting an end to something. I feel like you're pushing past your wounds in order to clear them and heal them. Whatever this attachment pertaining to this privileged lady is, it's coming in fast. The 8 of Fire, that is unexpected shifts, changes, communication coming in. I know it's wand energy, but when it comes in that quickly, it could be some kind of passionate intuition, drive, desire, and it could be passionate communication. It also could be something that feels very overwhelming. You could be causing a block for yourself. It could be that you're attached to some kind of illusion or something. And I'm not saying let go of your dreams, but sometimes in order to create them, you need to kind of move away from it for a while, not focus on it so much, because sometimes the focus on it creates more lack if you're focused on the fact that you don't have it. So I don't feel like I connected to the Pisces reading. I don't know. It made no sense to me. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Okay. Well, there's that. All right. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me on their Friday night. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the likes, comments, subscribe, shares, and all of that fun stuff. I am going to go look up Smurfs because that is what I wrote on my paper. Smurfs. Because I need to know now. And I can't believe I didn't do it. So I'm going to do my timestamps and then I'm going to look up Smurfs. All right, Miss Elizabeth, thank you so much. I will see you guys on the next one. And I will have the mid-month out. It is not mid-month yet. I don't even know what day it is. It's only the 8th. Like, we have time. Although I like to kind of keep them going. But I have 4 more to do. They'll get done over the weekend. So no promises. They will be done by Monday. All right. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you on the next one. Yes. Although I can't remember how to stop the live on this one. Da, 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 da.